welcome to New Yorker's Perspective or NYP Talk Show. I am your host, Ron Brown, LMT, the People's Fitness Professional. The co-host isn't here yet. He'll be here a little later. We got the brother Yisrael. Is that how you pronounce it? Yisrael and Abdullah Bey in the building with us this evening. So we're going to talk about Islam, black on black, Islam to you. We're going to talk about the etymology of the word God, and I'm gonna just let these brothers have the floor at the moment. But before we go into it, how you brothers doing this evening?
Doing well, brother. Thank you. How you doing?
Life is good, man. Having fun. That's what this is all about. Have fun. Make it knowledge born, as we say in the 5% Nation. Make it knowledge born. Make it. Put your legacy out there, and have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what That's how I live, man. I like to do what I love, so I love my life. Indeed. So we're going into it. Who wants to set it off?
Yeah, I'll set it off here. So I want to bring introduce the audience to your audience to Brother Israel Bey, and he will be doing the lesson tonight, the etymology of the word God. Brother Rod, you asked me a question when I was on the first time, which was 2 weeks ago. The first was at the second. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you asked me, how would one study? And then I said that one would need the skills, grammar, etymology, semantics. I gave those examples, and I actually gave an example.
Right.
Well, Israel is going to go in tonight, and as he deals with his lesson, presents his lesson on the etymology of the word God, he actually is going to demonstrate, through his lesson on how to study.
Right. Okay. Okay.
All right. So, Brother Israel, you can share your screen.
Yeah. Wait, before we do
that, yes, go ahead.
Before we do that, I just need a brief history, like 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
On your background. Good point. Yes.
All right. Yes. I'm Yisrael Bey. Been Moorish conscious since the end of 2016. Been studying under Brother Abdullah Bey since what's it been, about a year and a half now?
Oh, that's peace.
A year and a half?
Yes.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I was born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm ready. All right. So share the screen.
Yeah. All
right. There you go.
Yep. So tonight's lesson is the etymology of the word God, a basic lesson on the linguistic methodology of reconstruction of words and historical sound changes. So we can't address the tongue without addressing the brain. This right here is called the what's it called? The glossal.
Well, where are you pointing to?
This right here, this chord.
Okay.
At the bottom of the lesson. So I want the people to know what it is. Yeah, the hypoglossal nerve. That's what that is. All right, and that connects the brain to the tongue, controlling the functions, the tongue functions, like eating, speaking. All right, so we want to make sure our brain is connected to the tongue.
Hypoglossal tongue. Hypoglossal nerve. Hypoglossal nerve. Remember that. Connects the brain to the tongue. Hypoglossal nerve. Yeah, let's do it. I love it.
Yep. All right. So we're going to get into the lesson. This is the two-part Facebook conversation between Yisrael and Yisrael Bey in the comment section of a real video of Yisrael Bey made by Yisrael Bey on the topic of the etymological meaning of the word God. So you can see, you can go to Yisrael Bey's Facebook page and you can check out the real video made by Yisrael Bey. Here's the link. Yisrael Bey claim number 1 is on top of the real video. And Yisrael Bey's claim is the word God has an origin and it is not a noun. Right? So Yisrael Bey claim number 2 on the bottom of the real video. The Old English word God is derived from the Greek word king.
Time out. I don't mean to cut you off. We're going to go into that. Before you got into Moorish science, where were you?
I was just really on a journey. You know, I was studying, I guess, looking into like Rastafari, you know, Marcus Garvey, basically, you know, the usual journey that most people take, you know, yeah, I kind of went that way to Marcus Garvey, you know, Rastafari. I was looking into that, trying to just go find something more positive in life. Like that was really my aim. That's how I got to that.
Makes sense.
You know, yeah.
Makes sense. Got you. I just wanted to know that.
Yeah,
so now,
what got me to the Moorish, to the becoming Moorish conscious though, was actually like a situation I was dealing with in life that if I would have executed, you know, what I planned, it wouldn't have been good for me. So I had to go back and I started studying the law because it's like I felt like I was trapped, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. And I knew that law had played a major part, the legal system played a major part. So I started looking for information in that area. And then I started finding the main people that were actually out there teaching, you know, law or whatnot were Moors. So, and then I connected that. I went on a journey, law, nationality, you know, astrology, history.
Got you. Got you. Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right. So now continue. My bad. I just had to know that.
Yeah. All right. So the conversation between Yisrael and Yisrael Bey, part 1. It's the conversation. Yisrael actually came on my post, and this is what he initiated. So Yisrael, the Greek word for God is Theos. Yisrael Bey, peace. Please provide your reference to support your claim. We're teaching the people the proper way to argue by showing the findings of facts. Yisrael, LOL, I made a video on this. You people do poor research, and I will take any of you on in a public debate and destroy you. And then he put the YouTube link for his video that he made reference to. Yisrael Bey, I doubt it, bro. I read the etymology of the word God. I revealed my source. You refer me to you as a reference. Yisrael, read the etymology from what reputable source? Yisrael Bey posted a screenshot from Google AI overview. This is the screenshot. AI overview. Douglas Harper created the online etymology dictionary, Etymonline. Harper's research and compilation of the dictionary is based on a number of sources, including the Barnhart Dictionary of Etymology by Robert Barnhart, Comprehensive Etymology Dictionary of the English Language by Ernest Klein, the Middle English Compendium, a source of information on Middle English, the Oxford English Dictionary, a famous etymological dictionary, and Century Dictionary, published from 1889 to 1902. So Harper also conducted research in digital archives. Explanation: etymology is the study of the history and origin of words. Harper's goal was to record the evolution of words, including technical terms and slang. He considers himself to be a compiler and evaluator of the research of others. So Yisrael Bey, I don't debate, I argue. So going into conversation between Yisrael and Yisrael Bey, part 2.
Wait, I want to ask you this. Is Yusuf L and you, are y'all cool now?
I mean, I don't have a problem with the brother. You know, I was just making a lesson. It was a good idea to make a lesson out of the conversation.
Gotcha.
So that people can actually know how to challenge, you know, or stand their grounds or whatnot. You know,
gotcha. Okay.
Make the claims based on facts. You know. So, but this is the Yisrael from the SPC University, the one, you know, the most secure party creditor. I forgot what the other thing was he does, but yeah. So conversation between Yisrael and Yisrael Bey, part 2. Yisrael, God comes from the German word gut. None of what he is saying is correct. Yisrael Bey posted a screenshot from Google AI overview. The German word for God is Gott, G-O-T-T. Gut, G-U-I-T, is not a recognized German word, so it does not translate to God in any context. Key point, Gott, G-O-T-T, is the correct German word for God, G-O-D. Yisrael, thank you for getting tricked into proving my point. Now go watch my video where I said this exact same thing. Yisrael Bey, I checked your video. You still gave no references. Also, you didn't trick me. I'm providing the source of the word. German is not older than Greek. Stop playing with the people. Proper concepts will behead any misconception. Posted a screenshot from etymology.com. So it shows GHUT-gut, which is the pi root. Proto-Indo-European is pi, P-I-E, meaning that which is invoked. And then to Guthan, G-U-T-H-A-N, which is Proto-Germanic, and then to the word God, G-O-D, Old English, meaning supreme being, deity, the Christian God, image of a God, a godlike person. And then we see God as a noun. But up here we can see that which is invoked. Mm-hmm. All right. And invoking, of course, that would be a verb. So, all right, so that's the end of conversation. So into the lesson, all right? A basic lesson on the linguistic methodology of sound shift and reconstruction of words. In the study of morphology, there is a change in form, and in the study of phonology, there is a change in sound. Example number 1, the Latin word pater transliterates to the modern English word father. The P in Latin transliterates to the F in modern English. The P in Latin makes a labial lip sound, the use of lips. The T in Latin transliterates to the TH in modern English. The letters T and TH are dental teeth sounds, the use of teeth. Pater and father. So you can see the transliteration, not the translation, but the transliteration. From the Latin word pater to the English word father. The P transliterates to the F. The P in Latin transliterates to the F in English. And the T in Latin transliterates to the TH in English. Example number 2. The Proto-Indo-European word des, D-H-E-S dash, transliterates to the Greek word theo, T-H-E-O dash. The D-H in Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the T-H in Greek. The letters D-H and T-H are dental teeth sounds, the use of teeth. The E-S in Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the E-O in Greek. The letters E-S is an alveolar tongue sound, the use of the tongue. And the letters E-O is a diphthong, tongue sound, the use of the tongue. And then we can see the transliteration. The DH in Proto-Indo-European translated to the TH in Proto-Germanic. Into Greek. So Proto-Indo-European, DH translates to the Greek TH. And then we have the ES, Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the EO in Greek. Example number 3. The Proto-Indo-European word gut, G-H-U-T, transliterates to the Proto-Germanic word guthan, G-U-T-H-A-N. The G-H in Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the G in Proto-Germanic. The letters GH and G are velar tongue sounds, the use of the tongue. The T in Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the TH in Proto-Germanic. The letters T and TH are dental teeth sounds, the use of teeth. Transliteration. So this is the Proto-Indo-European to the Proto-Germanic. GH, Proto-European, Proto-Indo-European GH transliterates to the Proto-Germanic G. And then the T in Proto-Indo-European transliterates to the TH in Proto-Germanic. All right. So last example, example number 4. The Proto-Germanic word gutturn, G-U-T-H-A-N, transliterates to the modern English word God, G-O-D. The U in Proto-Germanic transliterates to the O in modern English. The letters O and U are monophthongs, tongue, the use of the tongue. The TH in Proto-Germanic transliterates to the D in modern English. The letters TH and D are dental teeth sounds, the use of teeth. We can see right here, the U in Proto-Germanic transliterates to the modern English O. The TH in Proto-Germanic transliterates to the modern English D. All right. So now the lesson on translation versus transliteration. There is a difference between translation, conveyance of meaning, and transliteration, conveyance of sound. Translation is the act of converting the meaning of a text from one language to a target language. Translation focuses on the actual meaning rather than the pronunciation of the word. Transliteration is the process of converting the sounds of a word from one alphabet or script, character by character, into a different alphabet or script. Transliteration focuses on pronunciation rather than the actual meaning of the word. The word Theos and the word God are not in the same family of words. The word Theos is not a transliteration nor reconstruction of the word God. The word Theos is in the same family as the word Jesus. See the next page, page 79, in the Masonic compass and square and their connection to measurement and timekeeping by Professor Abdullah Bey. The word God is a modern reconstructed form deriving from the Proto-Germanic word gutturn, which is derived from Gothic, gut, G-U-T-T, derived from Pi, Proto-Indo-European, gut, G-H-U-T, derived from the Sanskrit huta, H-U-T-A. The word God is not a transliteration, nor is it a translation of the Greek word theos. This is the supporting evidence, findings of facts. Page 79 in the Masonic compass and square and their connection to measurement and timekeeping by Professor Abdullah Bey. Etymology of the name Jesus. Make sure that's clear. All right. Alvin Boyd Kuhn, in a lecture 100 years ago, explained that the name Jesus is derived from two consonants, I-O, Phoenician, I-A, Babylonian, I-E, Egyptian, and I-U, Chaldean. So the I-O in Phoenician, you have the Y-O/J-O. We have I-O-N, have I-O-S-E, and then J-O-S-E-F. A-I in Babylonian, J-A, I-A-O, I-A-H, Y-A-H, J-A-H. IAN, IEOSOS. All right. So in the Egyptian language, IE, we have JE, IEO slash JEU, IES slash JES, IEOS slash IESU slash JESU, IUSEF, JESUS slash HESUS, JEVE, ZEUS, DEUS, THEOS, and JEHOVAH. As we could, and as we can see in this, in the Egyptian language, we have the word Jesus, Zeus, Deus, but we also have the word Theos. So Jesus and Theos are in the same family of language, same language family, Egyptian. Then we have IU, Chaldean, IU, to JU, ZUE, IUSE slash IUSU slash IUSA, IHUH slash HUHI.
Before you continue, Israel.
Yeah.
Brother Ron, the question you asked me, how would one study? If we go to, so just those who just coming on, and so he's demonstrating skill, and I said that you have to have skills. I mentioned grammar, etymology, semantics. So you study with, you have to teach the people skills so they can properly study. So this is a lesson. So he's using, though the lesson is called the etymology of the word God, but he's actually Israel actually is teaching us how to study. This is just one component through linguistics, through this lesson and teaching linguistics, comparative method, morphology, phonology, and you'll see that as he continues.
Mike, you have something to say?
Now I'm saying peace to the brothers, man.
Peace, brother. Peace.
Now it's beautiful because I was looking at the concept of etymology, derivation and loan words and compound words, and he's going through all that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's going beyond like basic English grammar rules. He
is right now, and I can't, respect to the brothers, respect to the Moors, peace to the gods, respect to the brothers of the craft. He's basically showing what the laws. Let's leave it like that.
Now, say what you gonna say, man. Come on, say, because so the artists can hear it. Because I'm curious as to what you were.
As people say, we look seeking the lost word. The word of God. He's basically breaking it down.
There you go. That's why I wanted to hear what you had to say. Yeah. That's what he's doing. Exactly, he's on.
He's going through that.
Yep.
We say that EIO, Java, all that stuff is right there, God.
Yep. Peace and respect, man. Yeah.
Okay, so now I don't know where you left off.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So furthermore, Alvin Boyd Kuhn in a lecture 100 years ago shows the bilateral root system of the Phoenician, Babylonian, Egyptian, and Chaldean languages was expanded to a triliteral or triconsonantal root system. I-O, I-A, I-E, O-R, and I-U. The letter I was replaced by the letter J when the letter I began to be used as a pure vowel. J-O, J-A, J-E, and J-U. 3 letters. IAO, JAH, IEO, JEU, and ZUE. 4 letters: IEOU, JOVE, ZEUS, JEVE, DIOS, THEOS, HUHI, and IHUH. 5 letters: IEOUA. So Yisrael, claim number 1. The Greek word for God is Theos. Yisrael Bey, rebuttal to Yisrael, claim number 1. See examples number 2 through 4. Above basic lessons of linguistics and the supporting evidence, findings of facts. Yisrael, claim number 2. God comes from the German word gut, G-U-I-T. None of what he is saying is true. Yisrael Bey, rebuttal to Yisrael, claim number 2. See examples number 1 through 4. Basic lessons of linguistics.
Also, Israel, for the audience.
Yeah.
He's Brother Mike and Brother Ron. He's also, and Israel mentioned this at the onset, that he's also teaching the audience on how to construct an argument. Now let's talk with argument. The general public, when they use the word argument, they use it in a non-academic and a connotative sense of actual either verbal fighting, you know, you ain't nothing, I'm gonna knock you out. I mean, they'll call that an argument. We're talking about argument in the academic sense. What constitutes an argument in the academic sense when you have 2 opposing premises? So Yusef and Israel had 2 opposing premises, which constitutes an argument. So he's actually teaching us on how to argue, how to construct an argument, how to refute, also refutation. Then with refutation on how to refute, a claim. So right now, so Israel is showing us a proper way of refuting a claim.
I like how you worded that, because this is a skill that we all should learn, because it seems that when we have a difference of opinion, the difference of opinion can go from just talking or arguing to a physical altercation.
Yes.
And I always said it was because of the lack of education.
Language.
Yeah, that's not in cases, not in all, but yeah.
Words of power. It's in language, man. How using it. Shout out to Elijah Muhammad when he says using English in this, in its proper context. Understand, like, the words itself could move mountains, mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier than the sword. There's also life and death at the tongue.
Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Nadine. Really appreciate you, Nadine.
It's a powerful thing. This is beautiful.
But let me address that, Brother Mike. I hear what you're saying about words moving mountains, the power of words. Now let's and I talked about this when I was on, dealing with the true meaning of words is the power.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just want to be clear that words itself are not the power. The true meaning is the power. The basic tool. When you remove the true meaning, you remove the power.
Gotcha.
So removing we want to be very clear, and I thank you for that. And I just wanted to provide clarity before Israel goes on. removing or burying, suppressing the true meaning, the origin of words removes the power. That there, Philip K. Dick is quote, and I mentioned this when I was on. The basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. Those who control the meaning of words control the people who must use them. Charlie Rose of the Charlie Rose Show in 2007, when they was talking about it was a Sunday. I was in Hampton, Virginia, and I was doing my nerd thing. While watching the Charlie Rose Show, I was doing the nerd thing of reading of the thesaurus. I was reading the introduction of the thesaurus while watching the Charlie Rose Show. I was in Hampton, Virginia in June 2007 for the Hampton Jazz Fest. There's the Hampton Jazz Fest, annual Hampton Jazz Fest. That's why I remember the month and year. Well, that was during that time, 2007. They were discussing the Iliad case. The boy, Cuban boy, he was trying to get him back to the father, right? Yeah. And Charlie Rose said during the show that whoever controls the language controls the issue. So once again, it's going back to that quote, Philip K. Dick. The basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. Those who control the meaning of words control the people who must use. I just want to drive it home. All right, Israel, you got the floor.
It's beautiful.
Yep. All right. So we're going to gather the tools. That's where we collect our tools. Tools of linguistics to strengthen your speech. Consonant sounds and language chart. So on the left column, we have labials, lips, dentals, teeth, and gutturals, which is the throat. The top row, we have nasal, liquids, vibrating or plosives, vibrating, and plosives, non-vibrating. And then we have fricatives, vibrating, and fricatives, non-vibrating. And then we have semivowels. So the letter M makes a nasal labial sound. So you use your nasal passage and you use your lips to make the sound, the or M. The letter N is a nasal, but it's a nasal dental sound. You use your teeth, your nasal passage and your teeth. N. NG is a nasal guttural throat sound. NG as in king or ring or sing. NG at the end. Liquids. LR. Liquid sounds. Liquid dental sounds, pardon me. Liquid sounds. You kind of roll your tongue a little for the liquid sounds. And the dental sounds, you use your teeth. R, liquid sound, liquid guttural throat sound. All right. Up here we have the plosives. Plosives meaning the breath, the air explodes. It explodes. It is explosive. Plosive. So B, vibrating. B is a vibrating, plosive, vibrating labial sound. So it's plosive, it vibrates, and you use your lips, both lips, to make the sound. The letter D is a plosive, vibrating dental sound. The letter G is a plosive, vibrating guttural sound, and it's the hard G, as in get or gate. Then we have plosive, non-vibrating sounds. The plosive non-vibrating. The P is a plosive non-vibrating labial sound. So the vibrating and non-vibrating are the same as voice and voiceless. So the vibrating would be voice, dealing with the vocal cord vibrating, and non-vibrating is voiceless. There's less to no vibration in the vocal cord.
Mm-hmm.
So the letter T. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So I just want to say these basics here, they're not taught that we're not taught that nowadays. Were our people taught this back in the days, like the early 1900s and things like that? Or is this just a deeper study in just linguistics? Maybe as a linguist would learn this probably.
Yeah, so this is actually a basic study. Like this is the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Covering. This is the beginning. So they
anyone learn that in school?
No, they would skip certain steps purposely,
language arts,
this would give us power over our tongue, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We had language arts, I remember, but it didn't go as deep as that.
It didn't go as deep as that, no.
Yeah, they put a craft they crafted our language. Not properly. Not
right. So now this right here is like something I've been thinking about for years. So I'm like really on this, right? So like for instance, like our people, like even myself, I have a twang to myself, right? I have a twang, like a New York twang at times.
Right.
And at times I notice that the way that I talk is like like it's like it sounds like like no disrespect or not trying to put nobody in a box, but like a street person, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now the basis of their vernacular, would you say it's just a miseducation or a lack of education? A street person.
Miseducation.
Yeah.
Because we all went through public school, and that's where we were miseducated.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So we all had that same training. Yeah.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the T is a plosive, non-vibrating dental sound. The K or the C, the hard C, is in cat. The Q, the CH. Those are plosive, non-vibrating, guttural sounds. Then we get to the fricatives. The fricatives is dealing with friction. So there's friction when you say these words or make these sounds. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Fricative. You have the letter V, which is a fricative, vibrating labial sound. So there's friction. It vibrates, and you use your lips to make the sound. Z with the S, TH, the soft TH. The J or the G, the soft G. The soft G is in gentle. And the CH. All of these are fricative, vibrating, dental sounds. Then we have the fricative, non-vibrating sounds. The F or the PH and the GH, they make fricative, non-vibrating labial sounds. The S or the C, the TH, the hard TH, the SH, the S, the T, and the CH, the ZH, ZS, and G are fricative, non-vibrating, dental teeth sounds. The letter H is a fricative, non-vibrating, guttural sound. And we have the semivowels W, U, and WH. Labial lip sound. And then another semivowel, the Y or the I. I'm thinking that's the long E sound, actually. Guttural throat sounds.
Man, man, I'm
Power, a lot of power right there.
listen, this is kind of getting me a little annoyed because it's like these very basics a lot of us are missing. We don't have an understanding of this, and hence a lot of the reason why we can't come together, because we misunderstand each other through the communication piece. So
the beautiful part is the mechanics of it, because you learning a lot about tonality in there as well.
Yo, there we go, Mike.
It's a fact. There's the tonality. I'm like,
Yeah. This is a key. We can use this key. All right, so we have the morphology of words, comparing the morphology of Latin and English words. Transliteration. Again, transliteration is the linguistic process of constructing a new form of a word, letter by letter, from one system of writing into another system of writing. So on the left side, we have Latin, words in Latin. On the right side, we have words in English. So Latin, the P in the word pater transliterates to the F, to the English F in the word father. The Latin T, letter T in the word pater transliterates to the English TH in the word father. The letter P in Latin, septum, transliterates to the letter V in English, 7. The letter F in Latin, frater, transliterates to the B in English, brother. The letter F in Latin, fer, transliterates to the letter B in English, bear. The letter T in Latin, tres, transliterates to the TH in English, 3. The letter D in Latin, decum or decim, transliterates to the T in the English, 10.
Right. Okay, real quick, I have a question, because right now we only have 18 minutes, which we gotta talk about time and all of that offline, because I'm realizing like this needs to be at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that was an hour. Man, I was thinking 2 hours, brother, because this does need to be 2 hours. This is like a 2-hour lesson.
This is
Ron, he just busted my head right there.
I can
that decum.
Up a little.
All right.
That decum right there is like December.
Right, yeah, December, yep. Mm-hmm. Which is the 10th month under the lunar calendar.
Yes.
Right. So all of these words are transliterated from what I would say. Would you say the majority of the English language comes or can be transliterated from Latin?
Well, there'll be multiple languages. You have German, it could be transliterated German. Yeah. So I think we'll go through German and then Greek.
Yeah, French and German, Greek. Some come with Greek. Yeah.
Latin derivatives. I mean, they derive from Latin. I know.
Isaiah, I agree. Studying all 3 schools of thought is important. I agree with that. 120 only keeps you narrow-minded, not knowing etymology. I would disagree. If you look at it from, I don't know how you're looking at it. If you're saying 120, you're talking about the 5% nation. So if you're saying 120 in the 5% nation, mathematics, supreme mathematics itself it's way, to me, from how I see it, it's allowed me to be broad-minded enough to even, you know what I'm saying, be open-minded to even study this type of stuff. So that's my 2 cents from that comment.
That's peace right there.
Yeah. Ismail, jump to the historic, since we have 15 minutes, jump to the historical sound changes. And I thought was I just forgot that it was an hour long.
Well, this is what we can do. We can, whatever we don't get now, we could come back and just do 2 hours moving forward.
That's a fact.
All right.
That's a fact, because this is beautiful. I'm loving this.
This is crazy. This is wow, man.
Yep.
Oh man,
You will see it. Even when you go to certain African sciences, spiritual practices, they always say it's language to vibrate a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I can't even. But yo, it's real what he's doing right now, God.
Yeah, but we want the audience to get today this historical sound, some of the historical sound changes, so that they can, as they're watching this, and they're and others are watching. Some people will watch it. He's actually done the entire lesson on other platforms, but for this, we'll just have them jump right to the historical sound changes. At least they can get a taste of that.
Yeah. All right. So this is elements of phonology, epenthesis, and elision. Epenthesis, adding sounds to words, or elision, removing sounds from words, and the reconstruction of words through historical sound changes, reconstruction of words through transliteration, labialization, dentalization, palatalization, and apocope. Epenthesis and elision are not reconstructions of the meaning of a word, but merely a reconstruction, shift in the sound of a word. The linguistic principles. Example, epenthesis and elision are distinguished from morphemes, as morphemes alter the meaning of a word. So epenthesis, the historical or systematic addition of a sound or syllable to a word. See prosthesis and pedagogy examples below. Prosthesis, the historical or systematic addition of a sound or syllable to the beginning of a word. Examples. In the Latin language, the word natus is a prosthesis of the word natus. Natus, G-N-A-T-U-S, is a prosthesis of the word natus, N-A-T-U-S. The letter G was added to the beginning of the word natus. Number 2, in the English language, the word afar, A-F-A-R, is a prosthesis of the word far, F-A-R. The letter A was added to the beginning of the word far. Number 3, from the Latin word stabulere, the French word establir. The E was added to the beginning of the word stabulere. Pedagogy, the historical or systematic addition of a sound or syllable to the end of a word. Examples. The letters ST are added to the end of the word among to make the word amongst. The word amongst is a pedagogy of the word among. Number 2, the letters AL are added to the end of the word generic to make the word generical. The word generical is a pedagogy of the word generic. The letter T added to the end of the word once to make the word oncet. The word oncet is a pedagogy of the word once. Elision, the historical or systematic removal of a sound or syllable from a word. Example, apocope. Apocope, the historical or systematic removal of a sound or syllable from the end of a word. Example, number 1, the word photo from the word photograph is an apocope. Number 2, the word hippo from the word hippopotamus is an apocope. The word fridge from the word refrigerator is an apocope. So, final question: what is the overall purpose of Yisrael Bey's transcript of the 2-part Facebook conversation between himself and Yisrael and Yisrael Bey's basic lessons on linguistics, i.e. phonology, morphology, translation, and transliteration? Final answer. The purpose of this basic linguistic lesson is to expose the effectiveness of how principles play a role in every area of life. This is the area of words, of language. Learning how each word was established / constructed and reconstructed in different languages throughout history using principles of linguistics, i.e. phonology, morphology, etc., can enhance everyday life for children and adults by giving them a better grip or higher level of awareness of their brain and tongue connection, known as the hypoglossal nerve. See image of disconnected cord below. This basic linguistic lesson is mainly important because it gives a methodological way of studying/learning, which will improve reading, writing, and communication skills, and enhance critical thinking and analytical study skills, to healthier and stronger minds.
And this is why I wanted to jump. That's why I wanted Israel to just jump to this section so the audience can get that, point. It's very important. We can fill one or maybe two to three questions.
Me, I don't have any questions. I'm really, I want to. I don't know what I'm looking for.
I want a copy.
I want a book on this.
Can I get a copy of this presentation if possible?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting one together too. So yeah,
Yeah, man. Trust me. I'll use it.
I think this is like the centerpiece of how we can actually come together. Like, actually learn the proper way to use language, how to, argue and sometimes agree to disagree, and end it there.
Uplift humanity, because everything is there. What you're speaking, man. It's very powerful, man. As Abdullah said, it's how you use it in its true sense, in its true form.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right, like sometimes I'm online, and sometimes people catch me in a mood where I'm not in the mood for it, and I just blast them. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's not like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes people are not coming in a cold current. You know what I'm saying? Or a hot current. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's the way that they word it, because they don't have a proper grasp of grammar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not the perfect grammar person either. So I'm reading it with my own, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're a barbarian. That's it, bro.
You're
around me on this barbarian.
Nah. Sometimes I get pissed off. You know what I mean? I get pissed, I'm human, bro. I'm human. But sometimes I'm reading it with my grammar flaws. They're already coming to me with grammar flaws, and then that's where the miscommunication comes from.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely, man. This is very helpful, bro.
For sure.
Inspired.
For sure. So the next time we build, we're gonna do 2 hours of this, and for now on it's 2 hours. So the next one looks like it's gonna be on the 7th of May. The 7th of May.
All right, that'd be good. Yeah, 2 hours is definitely, because we this is a very thorough lesson.
Mm-hmm.
He really went in. Yeah,
indeed,
and detailed, and
for sure
provided a lot of the principles. I mean, awesome.
Right, indeed. We're gonna click off, brothers. I want y'all to stay on the line on this one, even when I in the live.
Yeah,
we're gonna chop it up for a little bit before we go.
Right.
Special edition NYP. Yo, peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Really appreciate y'all in the chat. I see y'all Sunday.
Comment, share, like, subscribe, super chats. Pass the word out. NYP, we are here. This is for the people. This is for the school of thoughts. We all about uniting, uplifting.
All school of thoughts. All school of thoughts.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.